Welcome to MGov training. This module covers the current state of mobile in UAE as of mid-year 2014. We'll begin by asking you to define smartphone. Can you define smartphone? You'll see on this slide a comparison of feature phones versus smartphones. You'll notice the difference in display, processor, memory, and storage. And although we know the difference between a feature phone and a smartphone, currently there is no one single definition of a smartphone. On this slide, you'll see a side-by-side comparison of typical mobile device features, including storage, processing, multitask, the ability to sync, etc. What you'll notice is that a feature phone just feels like a phone, but a smartphone actually feels like a mini computer. On this slide, we begin to introduce UAE mobile statistics. This chart shows you UAE Q3 2013, the mobile phone market. You'll notice that smartphones only hold 46% of the market, and feature phones have the majority at 54%. This slide will show you the top mobile smartphones in the same quarter. You'll notice the iPhone holds 3 of the top 5 spots. This slide will show you the shift from the third quarter to the fourth quarter. You'll notice smartphones now make up 51% of the market, and feature phones dropping to 49%. We suppose that this increase in smartphones is partly due to the availability and decreased cost of smartphones, making them more appealing and more available to those not previously privy to smartphones. You'll notice on this chart, iPhone still holds 3 of the top 5. However, BlackBerry has dropped to the 5th spot. Here you'll see Q1 for 2014. Although the rise is less significant, smartphones have increased to now 52%. This is of March 2014. Feature phones dropped to 48. We're seeing an increase, although slow, in smartphone market adoption. On this slide, you'll see the comparison between third quarter and fourth quarter 2013. You'll also notice that the information for Q1 in 2014 is included. You can see the variations for each telephone model. This chart will show you the device manufacturer on the UAE market share. You will notice that Nokia holds a large majority at 51.5%. Nokia's claim on the market is so high due to both mobile phone and feature phone manufacturing. In Q4, you'll see that Nokia fell by a very small amount, but Samsung is gaining market share. As you scroll through the next slides, you will notice specific device market share between 2013 and 2014. On your next slide, you will see mobile versus desktop users. What this chart shows us is that for the first time between 2013 and 2014, there were more users accessing the internet via their mobile device than they were by their traditional desktop computers. This is significant as we continue through MGov and SmartGov transition to note that more services that we can provide via mobile device, the better. This next slide will show you an example of Google Analytics feedback. Google Analytics can be used with your current e-services to gauge how mobile users are accessing your website. On the left, you will notice a list of potential things that you can measure. On the right, you will see the graphical representation of the data that is returned from Google Analytics. This ends this module of MGov training.